The cage door slams shut and there's nowhere left to run. Tonight, blood will be spilled, careers will be changed forever, and one man is about to remind the entire WWE universe why they call him the Samoan Werewolf. You're about to witness pure destruction in human form, and if you've been sleeping on Jacob Fatu, you're about to get the wake-up call of a lifetime. What you're seeing right now is the culmination of weeks of pure hatred. Drew McIntyre stands in that ring thinking he's the most dangerous man on the SmackDown roster. The Scottish Warrior has been on an absolute tear, destroying anyone and everyone who gets in his way. But tonight, he's not facing just anyone. Tonight, he's stepping into the ring with a man who doesn't just want to beat him, he wants to end him. You can feel the electricity in this arena right now. The crowd is absolutely unglued. They know what's coming. They know that when Jacob Fatu walks through that curtain, when his music hits and those lights go down, something special is about to happen. This isn't just another match. This is personal. This is about respect. This is about proving who really runs Friday nights. Let me take you back for just a second because this story, this rivalry, it's been brewing for months. Jacob Fatu made his return to SmackDown back in September, and he didn't come back to shake hands and make friends. He came back to send a message. Drew McIntyre was standing in that ring, running his mouth like he always does, blaming everyone else for his failures, blaming Cody Rhodes, blaming the referees, blaming the entire world for why he can't capture the WWE Championship. And Jacob Fatu? He had heard enough. The Samoan Werewolf walked out there and told Drew straight to his face, stop making excuses for your own shortcomings. Stop whining, stop crying, and be a man. You can imagine how Drew McIntyre, a man with an ego the size of Scotland itself, responded to that. He didn't like it one bit. The Glasgow kiss he delivered to Fatu that night was supposed to be a statement. It was supposed to show everyone that Drew McIntyre doesn't get talked to like that. But what happened next? Jacob Fatu proceeded to absolutely demolish the Scottish Warrior. He stood tall over McIntyre's broken body and sent a message that echoed through every locker room in WWE. The Samoan Werewolf is back, and he's hunting. Now here we are, weeks later, and this thing has escalated to a point of no return. These two men have been at each other's throats. Drew got his revenge with a backstage attack that left Fatu laid out, bloodied, his own teeth scattered on the concrete floor. It was brutal. It was vicious. It was the kind of attack that would end most men's careers before they even began. But Jacob Fatu isn't most men. This man comes from the legendary Anoa'i family. Wrestling royalty flows through his veins. He's got the blood of warriors, of champions, of legends who have stood in this very ring and changed the course of history. And tonight, he's going to honor that legacy by doing what he does best, unleashing absolute carnage on anyone foolish enough to stand across from him. Look at Drew McIntyre's face right now. He's trying to look confident. He's trying to look like he's not concerned. But deep down, you can see it in his eyes, there's a flicker of doubt. There's a question mark. Can he really contain the Samoan Werewolf? Can he really survive what's about to be unleashed upon him? Before we go any further, I need you to do something for me. If you're loving this breakdown, if you can feel the energy and the excitement just like I can, I need you to hit that subscribe button right now. Join the SLAMZONE family. We break down the most intense, the most emotional, the most jaw-dropping moments in wrestling every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next in this story. Smash that like button, turn on those notifications, because when these moments happen, you need to be here with us, experiencing it together. We're building something special here, and I want you to be a part of it. Drop a comment below and let me know, who are you riding with tonight? Team Fatu or Team McIntyre? Let's build this community together. Now let's get back to the action because things are about to explode. The referee calls for the bell and these two men don't even wait for formalities. They meet in the center of the ring and it's an absolute war from the opening second. Fists are flying, neither man backing down. This isn't technical wrestling. This isn't a chess match. This is a street fight disguised as a professional wrestling match, and the crowd is eating every second of it. Drew McIntyre gets the early advantage with that devastating chop to Fatu's chest. You can hear the impact echoing through the arena. Fatu's chest is already turning red, welts forming instantly. But watch his face. Watch his reaction. He's not wincing. He's not backing down. He's smiling. That's the difference between Jacob Fatu and everyone else Drew has faced. Pain doesn't scare him. Pain fuels him. Pain makes him more dangerous. McIntyre with another chop. And another. He's trying to chop the Samoan Werewolf down like a tree. But Fatu just stands there, absorbing every shot, and now he's asking for more. He's pounding his chest, screaming at Drew to hit him harder. The psychological warfare is real. McIntyre is putting everything into these strikes, and Fatu is treating them like love taps. And now Fatu fires back. That headbutt from the Samoan Werewolf catches McIntyre flush on the bridge of the nose. Drew stumbles backward, and you can see he's already busted open. Blood is trickling down his face, and this match has barely even started. Fatu charges in with that running hip attack in the corner. McIntyre's head just snapped back against the turnbuckle. The impact was sickening. This is exactly what everyone knew would happen when you put these two warriors in the same ring. Fatu pulls McIntyre out of the corner and whips him into the ropes. McIntyre ducks the clothesline, bounces off the opposite side, huge boot to Fatu's face. The Samoan Werewolf goes down for the first time tonight. McIntyre isn't wasting any time. He's stomping away at Fatu, targeting that injured area from the backstage attack weeks ago. Smart strategy from the veteran. You can see the pain on Fatu's face now. That dental work, those injuries, they're all coming back to haunt him. McIntyre drags Fatu to his feet and delivers a thunderous suplex. The ring shakes from the impact. Drew floats over for the cover 1, 2. Fatu powers out at 2. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep the Samoan werewolf down. McIntyre knows it too. He's not frustrated. He's methodical. He's going to systematically break down Jacob Fatu piece by piece. Watch Drew now as he locks in that overhead suplex position. He's got Fatu up. Oh my goodness, Fatu just countered midair and lands on his feet behind McIntyre. The agility from a man his size is absolutely unbelievable. Fatu grabs Drew from behind German suplex. McIntyre lands right on the back of his head and neck. This match is pure violence. This is what happens when two of the most physical competitors in all of WWE collide. Fatu is feeling it now. You can see the warrior spirit taking over. He's feeding off this crowd's energy. They're chanting his name. Fatu, Fatu, Fatu. This is what he came back for. Not just to win matches, but to prove he belongs at the very top of this industry. To prove that he's not just some member of a famous family, but a legitimate superstar in his own right. McIntyre is back to his feet, and these two are trading shots again in the center of the ring. Fatu with a right hand. McIntyre fires back. Fatu, McIntyre, Fatu, McIntyre. The crowd is counting along with every strike. Neither man will give an inch. This is about pride now. This is about who wants it more. Who's willing to sacrifice more. Who's willing to go to that dark place inside themselves and pull out something extra. Fatu gets the advantage in the exchange. He's got McIntyre rocked now. The Scottish warrior is stumbling, trying to create distance, but Fatu is like a shark that's tasted blood in the water. He's relentless. He charges at McIntyre. Drew moves out of the way at the last second. Fatu crashes shoulder first into the ring post. You could hear the collision from the cheap seats. Fatu stumbles backward holding his shoulder, and McIntyre sees his opening. Drew grabs that injured arm and slams it across the ring apron. Once, twice, 3 times. He's trying to take away Fatu's power game. If Fatu can't use that shoulder, he can't deliver those devastating strikes that have made him so dangerous. McIntyre rolls Fatu back into the ring and immediately targets that shoulder with a series of stomps. He's got that killer instinct now. He can sense victory. McIntyre pulls Fatu up and locks in a shoulder submission. He's wrenching back on that injured limb, and you can see the agony on Fatu's face. The referee is asking him if he wants to quit. Fatu is shaking his head violently. He's screaming no, but you can tell that shoulder is in serious trouble. McIntyre is applying more pressure, pulling back even further. This could be it. If Fatu's shoulder gives out, this match is over. But wait, Fatu is starting to power up. The crowd is willing him on. He's fighting through the pain. He's using his free arm to elbow McIntyre in the ribs. Once, twice, 3 times. McIntyre's grip is loosening. One more elbow. McIntyre releases the hold. Fatu is free, but he's clearly hurting. He's rolling away, clutching that shoulder, trying to buy himself some recovery time. McIntyre isn't giving him a second to breathe. He charges in for another attack, but Fatu explodes with a superkick out of nowhere. McIntyre's eyes glaze over. He's completely stunned. Fatu, running on pure adrenaline now, hits the ropes. Massive Samoan drop. The ring shakes from the impact. Both men are down. The referee starts his count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what championship-level wrestling looks like. Both competitors giving everything they have. Both men willing to put their bodies on the line. Both warriors refusing to stay down. At 6, both men start to stir. At 8, they're on their knees. At 9, they're back to their feet, and the crowd erupts in appreciation for what they're witnessing. These two lock eyes from across the ring. There's a mutual respect forming here, even through all the hatred and animosity. They both know they're in the fight of their lives. They both know that whoever walks out of here tonight with their hand raised will have earned every bit of it. They charge at each other one more time. Fatu ducks McIntyre's clothesline attempt. Fatu off the ropes moonsault. He catches McIntyre perfectly. The cover 1, 2. McIntyre kicks out. Fatu can't believe it. He thought he had him there. But Drew McIntyre didn't become one of the top stars in this industry by being easy to put away. This man has been through wars. He's been to hell and back. And he's not going down without emptying every bullet in his chamber. Fatu pulls McIntyre to his feet. He's setting up for something big here. You can feel it in the air. The crowd is on their feet. Fatu with the Irish whip. No, McIntyre reverses. He sends Fatu into the corner. McIntyre charges and Fatu gets his boot up. Drew staggers backward. Fatu hops to the second rope diving crossbody. But McIntyre catches him. The strength of the Scottish warrior is unreal. He's got Fatu on his shoulders. He's going for the white noise. Hits it. Fatu's head bounces off the canvas. McIntyre scrambles for the cover. 1, 2. Fatu kicks out at 2.5. Now McIntyre is starting to show frustration. He's arguing with the referee about the count. He was certain that was 3. but the official is adamant it was only 2. McIntyre is pacing now, running his hands through his hair, trying to figure out what he needs to do to put Fatu away for good. Drew backs into the corner. He's tuning up the band. You know what's coming. He's going for the Claymore kick. This is the move that has finished off countless opponents. If he connects with this, it's all over. Fatu is slowly getting to his feet. He's using the ropes to pull himself up. He has no idea what's waiting for him. McIntyre is coiled in the corner like a viper ready to strike. Fatu turns around. McIntyre charges no. Fatu sidesteps at the last possible second. McIntyre crashes into the turnbuckle. The Samoan werewolf has new life. Fatu grabs McIntyre from behind. Pop-up Samoan drop. The entire ring shakes from the impact. But Fatu's not done. He's calling for it. He's telling the world what's coming next. Fatu climbs to the top rope. His shoulder is clearly bothering him, but he's pushing through the pain. He steadies himself on the top turnbuckle. The crowd is going absolutely insane. They know what's about to happen. Fatu leaps moonsault from the top rope. It's picture perfect. He crashes down onto McIntyre. The cover. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Jacob Fatu has done it. The Samoan werewolf has defeated Drew McIntyre in what might be the match of the year. Listen to this ovation. The WWE Universe has just witnessed something truly special. Jacob Fatu, against all odds, battling through injury, fighting through the pain, has conquered one of the most dangerous men in all of WWE. This is a statement victory. This is a career-defining moment. This is Jacob Fatu announcing to the entire world that he's ready for the main event scene. Look at his face right now. The emotion is pouring out of him. This man has been through so much. The dental procedure that nearly ended his momentum. The vicious backstage attacks. The doubters who said he was just another member of a famous family who couldn't make it on his own. Tonight, he silenced every single one of them. Tonight, Jacob Fatu proved he's a legitimate superstar. Drew McIntyre is still laid out in the ring. He gave everything he had. There's no shame in this defeat. But tonight belonged to the Samoan werewolf. Tonight belonged to Jacob Fatu. And as Fatu celebrates with the crowd, as he climbs each turnbuckle acknowledging every single fan in that arena, you have to wonder what's next for him? Where does he go from here? Is it the United States Championship he once held? Is it the WWE Championship? Is it a main event spot at WrestleMania? Because after tonight, after this performance, the possibilities are endless. This is exactly why you need to be subscribed to SLAMZONE. These are the moments that define careers. These are the stories that we'll be talking about for years to come. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, drop a comment telling me what you thought of this absolute war between Fatu and McIntyre. And make sure those notifications are turned on because the road to WrestleMania is heating up, and you don't want to miss a single second of what's coming next. Jacob Fatu has arrived. The Samoan werewolf is unleashed. And the entire WWE roster better be paying attention, because there's a new apex predator hunting on Friday nights, and his name is Jacob Fatu. This is where legends are made, and tonight, we just witnessed the birth of a future WWE champion. What a moment. What a match. What a night for the SLAMZONE family.